Well, we're in a different space and a different time. Of course, there was a lot going on with the Vietnam War was happening, and not that we don't have wars continuously for the last 70, well, since what, since the First World War, there have been continuous wars going on, which is kind of phenomenal. But how, I know where I live, there's Vassar College, for example, and I remember in the 60s, there was a lot of political activism going on. Maybe it'll happen again. It sort of dissipated for a while, although because people were not so threatened. There was the draft. There was all kinds of things going on. I spoke to someone about 1962. I was in Buffalo, New York. I went with some friends who were going to go to Buffalo State University. And I went with them up on a Greyhound bus. 1962 was the year of the Freedom Rides. And buses were traveling into the South. Very brave people. Freedom Summer and all that was happening. And here I was on a bus in June going north to Buffalo. I went there, and while waiting for my friends who went to a bar, had a beer. My friends came back, and we left that bar. Caught a bus to go downtown in Buffalo when these guys came out of the bar and someone said, we just got on the bus, and they said, "Hey, stupid, come here a minute." And I thought it was a joke. I don't know those people. So we got off the bus and immediately knew that was the wrong thing to do, because these guys had beer bottles and brass knuckles and so on. And then it started, all that invective, that yelling and the names and so on. I said, uh-oh, we better get out of here. We started walking down. It was Elmwood Avenue. I remember exactly. We walked down the street, and the things started being thrown, and my friend said, when we get down to the next corner, take a right. Actually, he was facing the wrong way, and we should have taken a left. He said, if we cross Main Street, that will take us to an area where there are more black people, and they won't come over there. They won't. I didn't realize that Buffalo was divided racially, and there were Polish people and Italian people, and then there was the other side of Main Street, which was mostly black. So as I went the wrong way, the guys who were chasing us I went this way, and they got in here and hit me in the jaw, dislocated my jaw. So I was wearing a white shirt, blood all over me. I was knocked down on the road. I had road tar, dirt in my hair, and so on. Fortunately, I got up, and I was able to outrun these guys, because I don't think I weighed 90 pounds at that time, so I could fly. But the thing was, there were people who tried to run us over with cars because they thought, this mob is chasing us, and we must have done something wrong. Nobody knew, and they tried to hit us with the cars. It got worse. I won't go into all of what happened, but it got worse and worse. And then later I thought, okay, that was bad enough. But in the South, the Freedom Riders were in buses that were set afire with them inside. So as bad as that was, there was a lot worse, and there were people who were making really strong statements and doing things. And I realized that, I thought, no, I'm never going to run away from anybody again. If that happens again, they just have to kill me. And then I got drafted. And I got sent home because I didn't weigh enough. They said, I had to gain up to 120 pounds. And then they took me, And so that was another thing. I went in the Army, got in an Army band, learned how to play, jazz while I was there, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is that there was a lot of politics going on. We're in a very important moment right now. The streets are filled with people who know what's going on. There is a movement possible. I hope it can happen. I don't know if it will. But there is a possibility of a movement happening that's so much broader than race. That's really about humanity, about people, and on many different levels. So I hope it keeps up, and I hope this sound that came out of this horn today can go out there and do something about that too. Join that, because I certainly would like to join that.